Good morning. I could not do the program last week because I was out of station and catching up with some cold in the hills of North Bengal. Market is more or less sub 8,000. Perception is of bearish stance. Hiccups before 16th June FOMC meet. Now this has been for a long time in the market. Some relief if the interest rate in US is not immediately hiked. This word immediate would be like if they start hiking from September 2015. All this means confusion. There is no story to back up a bull case in the Indian market at this point of time. Interest rates are not going to be reduced further. So RBI has a hawkish stance. Corporate results we will wait till June quarter, and obviously the market will wait. Monsoon slowly progressing, but not yet covered the main agro belts, so that is a concern. IIP figures released last Friday, good to look at but hard to understand because ground level actuals may differ. ICICI Bank has a 40,000 crore of NPAs, which now they are appointing experts and take over the company's equity where they have given their loans. That typically creates more panic, that if the bank starts running the companies, then the promoters will say, well, you have got the equity, no more anything from us. So while they would try to help the company हाथ खड़ा करके बोले कि मेरे को क्या करने का, उन लोग तो इक्विटी ले लिया, उन लोग को संभालने दीजिए. So all taken together, it's quite a bit of confusion and technical parameters definitely suggesting lower levels. The only silver lining is it lower from here or is it lower from after the rally? It's a lower bottom syndrome on the Nifty charts and a break of trend line from the low created in August 2013 at about 8,300 points. So as long as the market is below 8,300, we will define this as trend line breakdown, which can have supports close to 7,750 types, which is 250 points still to go, while 200 points upward rally can always be in the cards, but I will not justify or strategize any trades on the basis of a rally in the offing. I'll first take up the questions, many questions. The first question comes from Anindita Pal Chaudhary. SIP in stocks like Bharat Forge, IRB, Kaveri Seeds, On Mobile, Atul Auto, Hindustan Sanitary Ware, Aurobindo Pharma, BEML, Mindtree. Now these were the stories of the last bull market. Obviously the stories are not so strong at this current point. Bharat Forge has problems in the export front at this point of time as per management disclosures. IRB reasonably okay, but not going up in a hurry. Kaveri Seeds to be negatively impacted if monsoon is poor. On Mobile, nothing exciting about it. Atul Auto, if the agro-based economy suffers, all auto stocks will suffer. Hindustan Sanitary will wait for 100 smart cities announcement. Aurobindo Pharma, I would consider them after X bonus. BEML, a turnaround story, so maybe this one will be good. Mindtree in a trading range. So these stocks which had a story to back up in the last 2-3 years or 2 years, that story is not live, the story is not good, and the story will take time to develop. So there is a waiting period, and in waiting period obviously SIP is the only answer. If you have been doing SIP earlier in these stocks, you will have to and you should continue the SIP. Shorish Chakravarti has a question. Oh, he could not see my video on 7th June. I had not done any program on 7th June. Akash Jain, please suggest stock specific option strategy. Is it wise to do SIP of 5,000 rupees every month in Nifty Bs? Option strategy will be mainly on selling call or buying quotes, which means you are taking a negative bias. The question is, when do you buy these options? Since market is in correction, it is best to buy at the money put of the various index and trade along. Currently, I'll like to sell 8,300 call July and wait to get some money in June. Currently, I will buy 8,000 puts June of Nifty and hold, double up my puts if 7,900 is broken, or I will wait for the market to go up, in that case also buy 8,000 puts. Stock specific option strategy will be to find liquid puts in particular stock futures and buy puts in the PSU banking and now also in the private banking. But first criteria would be to find out which are the liquid options. ICICI Bank, State Bank, Axis Bank, they are pretty okay type of option liquidity. So the strategy would be to buy puts of these because they are in correction and likely to correct more. Is it wise to do SIP of 5,000 rupees every month in Nifty Bs? It depends what is your time horizon. If it is 3 years, yes. If it is 1 year, not really, because you will not get that kind of growth in Nifty unless there are some dramatic changes because of FI money all of a sudden coming in or some macroeconomic factors changes. Shubhrata Sinha, can I buy Sun Pharma at this level or should I wait for more correction? If you are a one-time buyer, then wait. If you are a SIP buyer, then start. If you are an installment buyer, start the installment. Sun Pharma is a pretty good stock to invest. The trading levels of NBCC and Auto Pharma. Auto Pharma below 1284 is corrective. Should it go up, sell. NBCC is now going to consolidate between 700 to 750 level. No visible bullishness in NBCC, so the trading will be sell on rise strategy. Amit Bera, whether Gati is in downtrend, logistics sector not moving because of GST. Yes, precisely. Logistics sector not moving up because of GST. That is the answer. It had run ahead of GST implementation starting April 2016, which is facing the hurdle, and that's why all the logistics sector stock have stopped going up. As and when clarity on GST starts, you will find all of them will start moving once again. Souro Ghosh has got a SBI June future long at 278. How can I hedge this? First of all, I have to understand why did you go long in State Bank at 278, because as per YouTube program I had suggested buying puts of State Bank or short futures of State Bank. Having bought at 278 and now that it is at 255, you have all of a sudden realized that some hedge is required. A normal hedge strategy is when you buy a future, you buy at the money put, because you are long in future and the hedge suggests that you should also buy a put. So I cannot suggest any hedge at this point of time, and I do not know what will happen if SBI breaks 248, because in that case the door will get opened for 222. I don't see also SBI going up beyond 262-264 at this point of time. So you can sell as many times State Bank till a closing happens above 264. How to trade future Axis, Kotak, HDFC Bank, Yes Bank, Bell. What do you mean by how to trade future? Every day will be a different day. You should trade on the short side in almost all the items of all the banks you have mentioned. That means you have to sell on rise these stocks. Now when to sell, what is the day's support, that will be only applicable, or rather that you can only come to know if you have taken the WhatsApp service from me. On a general, I could give you the strategy, but difficult to answer it in one go. Like they say Yes Bank. As long as Yes Bank is below 814, it will tend to go down. On the higher side, 827 is a big time resistance, followed by 842-844. So what happens when is a thing which I can only put it up in my WhatsApp. So you can contact Souro if you want to take the membership of WhatsApp. Dibakar Rajak, Hindustan Lever bought at 911, ITC at 359, Axis at 576, Bharat Forge at 1273, Infosys at 1957, Larsen at 1575. Can I hold it for 6 months or more for 20% return? 20% return is not going to happen in the next 6 months. There are no reasons for a Hindustan Lever to go up when the monsoon is weak. If there is a ban in loose cigarette sale, so ITC will further go down. Private banks are all in correction mode, and Axis is also in correction mode. So the art would be how many times you can sell these stocks and cover back. But since they are very good names and the markets turn bullish, and it will be eventually at some point of time, then the question will be, which are the stocks which will be exhibiting strength until that symptom is well understood. It is not possible to answer. But overall I say 20% return in these stocks from the level where you have bought in this year looks impossible to me. Sanjay Agarwal, I'm holding Marico, Jyoti Lab, Century Ply. No, I mean all these three stocks are good, but they are not going to give you a return in a hurry. We are not in a bull market at this point of time. So they are not going to work. They might have some intraday movements, but I don't see why you should sell. You can further buy if you get lower prices. Can we buy Nestle and Gillette for value investment? Well, I don't see any reason why they will not give you returns, both Nestle and Gillette. Nestle is under the controversy of Maggi, have not handled well, and now have moved the court. So there is some kind of a question mark in this stock. Gillette is clearer, and you can buy Gillette. Shubhrato Sinha, are we in a bear market? Should I go for SIP or one-time investment? Yes, we are in a bear market. and that's why you should do SIP. Maybe instead of monthly SIP, you should go for weekly SIP and do about 16 SIPs in the next 4 months. And here you have to do a reverse strategy or a pyramidal strategy, that if you are putting 5,000 SIP on the first week and the market corrects, you will have to do a 7,500 SIP in the second week. And if the market corrects further, then you have to do maybe 10,000 SIP or 15,000 SIP on that week. And so accumulate accordingly. Samir Arora, Fed rate hike is looming ahead. Can we expect massive fall? Yeah, everyone knows about Fed rate hike. But the question is, when will they hike? But it depends more on the stance of the FIs, who in anticipation of the Fed rate hike started selling in April 2015. So by the time the Fed hikes the rate, they would have sold and after the fall which is happening, they might find some stocks to be having great value. Can you suggest any turnaround stock based on this Q4 result? To my mind, BEML is one. It's a turnaround stock. But in anticipation of turnaround, it has really moved up. I would say close to doubling up. Tarak Das, he wants me to speak in Bengali, but Tarak এটা তো সারা ভারতবর্ষের অনেক লোক দেখছে, তারা বেশিরভাগই বাংলা বোঝে না, সেই জন্য ইংরেজিতে কথা বলতে বাধ্য হচ্ছে। বাংলা বুঝতে গেলে পর শেয়ার বাজার পত্রিকার ভার্সনটা নিয়ে নাও, বাড়িতে বসে বাংলা পত্রিকা পেয়ে যাবে, সেখানে আমার বক্তব্য স্পষ্ট করে লেখা থাকে, সেটা দেখে কাজটা করলে ভালো। Okay, I've taken the questions. Now comes the market. I've explained at the beginning the psychological and perception that is there in the market at this point of time. There was one style of playing earlier to March 2015 where we would have bought and sold higher. And then that style and strategy got changed from April, where you first sell and buy later. So প্রথমে বিক্রি করে পরে কেনা is the strategy now. Now, having said so, I would like to state that we have not entered yet that zone where buying can be resumed. The risk of buying is more than the risk of selling. Someone was asking me the other day a question, is stock market goes by the theory of preview or review? Right now we are going through the preview situation of a bad monsoon, a drought-like situation, corporate earnings not going to be good, government will be unable to go for policy, so it's trying to make a preview. Once time settles in, then they will go for a review. I think we are going through the preview stage. আগের থেকে যেটা আন্দাজ কিংবা দেখতে পেতে চায় বাজার, সেটাকে চেষ্টা করছে। আপনারা যারা বাংলা বোঝেন, ব্যাপারটা এরকম যে স্টক মার্কেট ভবিষ্যৎটাকে এখন বর্তমানে নিয়ে তার দামটাকে তৈরি করে। যদি লুজ সিগারেট বিক্রি বন্ধ হয়ে যায়, তাহলে আইটিসি সিগারেটের ব্যবসার 60% ভোগে যাবে। এটা হচ্ছে প্রিভিউ। ব্যান যদি হয়, যখন হবে তখন বাজার রিভিউ করবে যে ব্যান করার পরে অ্যাকচুয়াল সেলটা কতটা পড়ছে। এখন আমি ভাবছি ব্যানটা করবে কি করে, মানে পানের দোকানে দোকানে পুলিশ দাঁড়িয়ে থাকবে যে লুজ সিগারেট বিক্রি হচ্ছে কি হচ্ছে না। কেন সিগারেটটা তো প্যাকেটে আসে, ওটা তো পানের দোকানওয়ালাটা খুলে একটা একটা করে বেচে। তো পানের দোকানওয়ালা নিশ্চয়ই চাইবে না তার ব্যবসাটা ঝাড় খায়, সুতরাং লুকিয়ে লুকিয়ে খুলবেই আর লুকিয়ে লুকিয়ে লুজ দেবেই দেবে। আর এটা যদি অ্যাকচুয়ালি ঘটে তাহলে তো সিগারেট সেল পার খাবে। তো বাজার এখন প্রিভিউ করছে, তো যখন ব্যান করবে তখন রিভিউ করবে। এইসব করতে করতে দেখা গেল আইটিসির দাম 250 টাকা হয়ে গেল। সেখানে ভ্যালুয়েশন ভালো, কেনবার জন্য। কেন আইটিসির অন্যান্য ব্যবসা খুব ভালো নয়, হোটেল ভালো নয়, পেপার ভালো নয়। ব্যাপারটা এটার উপরেই ছিল। এফএমসিজি যে ব্যবসাটা করছে, জামা কাপড়, শ্যাম্পু, সাবান বেচছে, মার্জিন কম, অ্যাডভার্টাইজমেন্ট এক্সপেন্সেস প্রচুর হাই, শুরু করছে তো অনেক খরচ হবে। তবে এই যে এত বছর ভারতবর্ষে যে স্ক্যামি ব্যাপারগুলো বছরের পর বছর চলেছে, সেগুলোকে এখন ঠিক করা হচ্ছে। সো গড়বার ক্ষেত্রে খুব ভালো, গড়বার পরিপ্রেক্ষিতে খুব ভালো। এটা সময় লাগবে, শেয়ার বাজারকে আরো সময় দিতে হবে। So the strategy will be, as I said earlier, to sell. Now let me give you an example of a non-economy related, non-monsoon related, non-inflation related business. Let's say Apollo Hospital. If monsoon is bad, do you think that patient is not going to go to the hospital? If inflation is high, do you think that the patient is not going to go to the hospital? So 1400 rupees Apollo Hospital has collected, let's say about 1200. Maybe another 50 rupees correction, one can buy Apollo Hospital. Let's say Eros Media. Already that Tandu Vets Manu or whatever that film is a super box office hit, for which the stock from 250 rupees has become 500 and refuses to correct. In the meantime, I think in July, the Salman Khan film is getting released, which is again going to be a blockbuster. So in that case, Eros Media will still become a buy, irrespective of market conditions and all. Now the question is, are you going to shift stance? No. For certain period, you don't look at the common stocks, the normal names. You focus your money into some specific stock, maybe for 3-4 weeks, and then get out of that. But if you know that Yes Bank is correcting, and you can't sell, it's better for you to choose a bull stock and play on the bull side, and overlook Yes Bank or an Axis Bank or a IndusInd Bank. So I just gave you an idea. There could be a couple of more ideas, but we'll avoid metal, we'll avoid infrastructure, we'll avoid housing, we'll avoid PSU banks, we'll avoid all host of popular names. Fair enough. That is for today's YouTube. See you next week. I should be in town, so the program should happen.